Hey, what's going on with it, bros, women, bronies, and gentlemen? This is the one, the only Nintendo Freak 2011, aka Criticism Guy 2009. Before I do begin, this video is brought to you by Kroger Drinking Water. It's not too special, pretty cheap, pretty affordable, good shit. And I'm not sure if you ever saw this before. I just started getting back into this little Marvel comic shit all over again. So I got this about 6-7 years ago, back when I was still sophomore, junior, back in my high school years. Shit got me through a lot. He actually used to be my little mentor thing to talk to. I know it's kind of creepy, but it was cool ass shit. Spider-Man. And I got the Spider-Man 3 logo on the top of his head. Pretty cool shit. And before I begin, let me just explain to you guys why I haven't been doing too many videos lately. It's because unfortunately been going through a lot of heartache, a little bit of a drama issues here and there going on. Not going to get too deep into it, but been a couple of personal issues I've been going through with my roomies and shit like that. Long story short, there've been a couple of assholes lately. Let me tell you what, it's extremely fucking stressful. I don't even want to get into the situation right now, but that's why I haven't been doing videos for the past couple of days. Usually I do one almost once every day, but probably starting this Friday is probably only going to be the only time I do videos so it's probably only going to be once a week from now on. So forgive me for that, because not because of the issues that are going on, because I can get a lot of overtime on my job, so that's probably one of the main reasons why I probably won't be doing too many videos on this channel that much. Same goes for my Criticism Guy 2009 channel. So yeah. Oh, and I heard in about a month or two they're supposed to be changing the format, the font of YouTube or something like that. I forgot who the guy is, the one that told me this, but it's on my secret channel. He said something about them changing the format and the font, and going to make it even more like Google than it is YouTube, which doesn't surprise the shit out of me, because like last year they changed it like 6-7 times. Now they're going to be changing it like once a week probably now, instead of like once every month. So they're thinking YouTube even shittier, Fucking bullshit, but you know what? I'm going to keep making videos anyways. I don't give a fuck. Because the only individuality we even got anymore in this thing, if you're not in a partnership kind of thing, is like, you can only change the picture of your icon, that's it. Can't really change nothing else. Unless you got partnership, of course. And there's a whole bunch of other sites out there, like, there's Zipcast, LibTV, Daily Boost, other video sites where you could still change the background, the format, and shit like that. So I'm probably going to start using those channels instead. So if I ever do end up quitting YouTube, you guys know where to find me at, right? So other than that, let's begin. So My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 3, Final Episode 14. And I forgot the name of the fucking episode, but I think it was called Magical Cure or something like that, or Magical Mystery. Had magical in it, that's all I know. So it'll be up there as soon as I'm done uploading this to YouTube. It's Tuesday. I did say Monday at the latest I was going to do this, even though I said that on Saturday and Sunday, but like I said, had a couple personal issues go down, so guess I'm not going to get into that shit. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you want to know what it is, because it's where I usually put a lot of personal shit onto there, okay? So other than that, let's begin. So basically, the whole show's about season finale, which is weird because they usually split it up into a 2-part episode, but this time it was only a 1-part episode. That kind of threw me off for a loop a little bit, but I was like, hey, you know what? Whatever Hasbro and the Hub and Lauren Faust wants to do with the show, hey, it's their property. We really can't say or do anything about it unless, we get a lot of fan service on it, that the Bronies and Petty Sisters, of course, like me and you, that are watching this video, then we might do a small change or two on it, but most likely they're going to do whatever they want to do with the show, But they do love supporting the fans a lot too, so yeah. It's a really big fan service show. That's the reason I really love this fucking cartoon. Other than that, basically it breaks out in a song. And let me tell you, there was like, I think 6-7 theme songs in this last episode. There's a whole bunch of them, so I really don't give a shit about theme songs that much, but just for this cartoon, I really, really like it. But other than that, it was very professional, very well orchestrated, straight out over the top. That's how you want to say it, in my opinion. So, besides all that, basically starts off with Twilight Sparkle. She's singing like, how great of a day it's going to be. Yeah, how great of a day today is going to be in Ponyville. Just another perfect day in Ponyville, and the rest of Equestria, like Canterlot and Manhattan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, Appaloosa, all the other little places in Equestria. Other than that, basically the real episode actually starts off with her singing and everything, and after that she sees, like, she gets all this water dumped on her mane, and she's like, that's not funny, Rainbow Dash. And then she finds out that it wasn't Rainbow Dash that threw the water on her because she's the one that's the cloud kicker and everything like that. She controls the weather and everything. She's basically the little Project Harp of Ponyville. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, they actually show Rarity moving all the clouds instead of Rainbow Dash with her, magical horn, because she's a unicorn. Obviously, she's not a Pegasus. Or Pegasi, as they call it, And then they show her, it's like, oh, I've been doing this cute smoke for years, like little British elegant accent. And basically, it starts off with all of her, she's moving the clouds with her horn, like I said earlier. And, she's just doing a really, really bad job on it. She's not doing a real professional job that Rainbow Dash should be doing. And instead of having her little diamond-crusted cutie mark, she has her Rainbow Dash's cutie mark instead. I'm like, oh, man, this shit is going to be very interesting, very over the top, and very professionally well done, because I cannot wait to see the havoc that she's going to be wreaking in Ponyville now. And then they show Rarity, like I said, she's moving the clouds. The third time I said that already, and she's explaining Twilight, oh, this has to be my destiny, and all that. And then they are showing all the other ponies, and they basically, this whole episode is basically a Broadway show, because there's a whole bunch of theme songs and a lot of singing going on, so there's not that much talking going on in this one. And they're just singing like, it's got to be my destiny, that little theme song that they threw out there. Then they show Pinkie Pie, she's trying to do Applejack's job. They show Applejack doing Rarity's job. They show Rainbow Dash doing Fluttershy's job, and then they show Fluttershy doing Pinkie Pie's job. Which I thought it was pretty funny. They switched up the cutie marks on the one because Twilight had to read this little book passage thing that Princess Celestia gave her. It was from Star Swirl the Bearded. That was in episode 2 when Luna came to that Halloween thing. Not episode 2, season 2. When Luna, she wanted to go celebrate Halloween and shit. I forgot what the pony version was called on that. I think it was called something Hallows Eve. I don't know. But yeah. They showed they talked about Star Swirl the Bearded before, but I didn't really get too much into detail with him because Twilight was dressed like him. Yeah, so basically what happens after that is when the real shit goes down, because they're showing them all trying to do their jobs and everything. They're real terrible and horrible at it. And basically, they're all in a coma because they think that's their destiny, but it's not really. Because they're all Fluttershy's trying to make the people laugh, but she can't do it. Pinkie tries trying to, apple buck all the apple trees, try to take them all down before the harvest crops end up, getting all like tainted and everything and all spoiled and rotten. And what else? Applejack, they're showing her trying to make clothes like Rarity, but she does a very terrible job. Even though they all think it's their destiny, but it's not really their destiny. It's their other counterpart's destiny. That's what it is, if that makes sense. And what happens is that the last part when they show Fluttershy, actually not Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, they show her she's trying to control the animals, but she can't because she ends up being their food. It's like, you guys gotta help me, I'm gonna become Pony Stew or something like that. Now that one was pretty funny. Even though I don't like Rainbow Dash too much, she was pretty cool. She was pretty kick-ass in this episode. I'll give her credit for once. She was actually pretty fucking awesome. That 20% cooler shit she does was pretty funny, Other than that, what happens is that Twilight ends up catching Fluttershy at the last minute or whatever, and because she was going to take off the Cloudsdale again, she was going to move back there because she didn't like the life of Ponyville anymore, and she wasn't like taking care of the critters. She was trying to make people laugh, and she sucked at it real bad because it's Pinkie Pie's job. My number 1 right there, my number 2, excuse me, next to Derpy. Excuse me, I gotta get my drink because throat's thirsty. Okay, other than that, what happens is that, I forgot to mention there was another song that they made. It kind of sounded like R&B or some R. Kelly stuff that went on or whatever. I don't know, Trey songs. That's what it sounded like, some R&B rhythm and beat kind of thing. And it sounded like Beauty and the Beast a little bit. It was Titanic, and I forgot what they were singing. I know there was one part was like, oh, why? Like that kind of episode. Not episode, that kind of song. But you can look at them up yourself. I'm not going to bother putting all the links in the sidebars or whatever. I'm actually down in the description box below, excuse me. Thinking like an older YouTube. Yeah, but other than that, what happens is when she's all done, she's crying, she's sad, and all the other ponies are just showing how much of a struggle it is to take each other's jobs like differently instead of the same one that they're used to doing, because their cutie mark is different now. It's not the same anymore. Like they're normally used to doing all their little chores, their goals, their achievements, their maintaining the order kind of thing, other than that, yeah. Then after that, like not Pinkie Pie, Twilight, she ends up stopping Fluttershy at the last second. Like I said earlier, she tried to stop her because she wanted to go back to Cloudsville because she wasn't as funny as Pinkie Pie, obviously. And then like she tells her that's Rainbow Dash, and he tells her, like, you do know a pony named Rainbow Dash, right? It's like, I'll do whatever it takes to help my friends, no matter what. I got their back, you know. That's what she says in her little cute voice. Of course, for Adrienne Lehman. Beautiful, hot-ass woman, by the way. Might I add you? Very hot piece of ass. She's kind of like that girl Kush a little bit, but more lower toned and more for kids, you know. It's all good, you know. I understand, you know. It is a kid's show, but a lot of 30, even 40-year-old people, not like me, because I'm like 24, but like in a couple of years, I'll still like this shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, literally. Yeah, but other than that, you know, what happens is that, what's it called? What happens is that, yeah, she goes back to the cottage and everything, and then, she shows Rainbow Dash, like I said earlier, she's about to become Rainbow Stew or whatever, because all the little animals are dancing around her, and she's in a witch's cauldron thing or whatever, and they're about to eat her. And then after that Fluttershy, she ends up, talking about them. She's trying to, like, calm down the situation and everything, and then like the animals start listening to her here and there. She gives them salad, carrots, celery, all these little fruits and vegetables for them so they can calm down. And then she finally remembers who she is, and then they show her in her eyes that she has this little like flashback of all the episodes that she did in season 1 and 2. You know, all the little golden achievements she created for herself that she went through, and then she finally gets a memory. And then they do the same thing for every other pony, which I'm not going to get too much into detail into it, but it was pretty funny, you know. They break out on song again. I think it was called A True True Friend. Like, I think this is how it went. A true true friend is a friend indeed. That one. That's the one. That was a really, really good one. That was probably like the best song out of that whole episode. And then after that, they finally show all of them, you know, getting their lives back together. You know, Rarity. Sorry about that. I thought I heard some noise. But yeah, other than that, I think it's some rain or whatever, because it was raining a little bit earlier, so forgive me on that. Yeah, other than that, what happens is that, sorry about that. What happens, trying to get to my fucking point, but yeah, sorry about that, I'm just all over the place. I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night, so I might be a little cranky, so, you know, on ahead of time, not yelling at you guys, I'm just a little mad at myself. Yeah, like, getting to my point, basically, what's it called, Rarity, she gets, Applejack's Cutie Mark back, and then Rainbow Dash gets hers already, and then, what's it called, Fluttershy finally gets her Cutie Mark back in the beginning, of course, and then, Pinkie Pie finally gets her Cutie Mark, which makes, oh my god, let me tell you, I was speechless as hell when I saw Pinkie Pie get her Cutie Mark, because you already know that's my girl. You've been watching my videos for quite some time already. You already know how much I love that girl. I love that pony to fucking death, man. Anyone loves her just as much as I do, bro, her for fucking sure, man. But other than that, what happens is, yeah, she gets her Cutie Mark back. They're trying to make her remember everything. She's like trying to break this pipe in half, and she has her little Pink to Me a Diane Pie kind of look again. Like, you know, that whole cupcake thing that happened like 2 years ago and everything, you know, the fanfics and all that, and the little series and everything. Yeah, they showed her all mad and sad and depressed all the time, but then after that, she starts remembering who she was, and she's trying to make the townspeople laugh and everything. And it's like, I want every pony to smile, every pony. And then everyone, this is the best part of it, and then they all say, Pinkie! And I was like, oh, hell yes, man. I love that shit, like, so fucking much. I keep hearing a fucking noise. Forgive me on that. Yeah, but other than that, they're all like, Pinkie! I was like, oh, hell yes. Thank you so fucking much for bringing her to life again, because without Pinkie Pie, the whole show is nothing. No offense to any other brony out there, but she's just my girl, straight up. Besides Rarity and all of them, you know? Yeah, but basically what happens after that is that, like, they're all smiling, they're not all sad and arguing with each other, because they showed all the ponies, like, pushing each other around and arguing, like, watch where you're going, you suck, or all that type of things. Like, you don't know how to make people laugh. They're all criticizing Fluttershy for not making them laugh and happy anymore, making Ponyville a happy place instead of a sad, depressing, angry place. And then what happens is that, yeah, they start, all singing and song together, and then, like, they go back to Twilight Sparkle's, little not cottage, but little treehouse again. and then like she makes them all happy all over again, and then she reads this poem or mythology kind of book from Star Soul the Bearded again, and then she ends up glowing and all crazy, and then like all the other ponies, Cutie mark necklaces or whatever, they all start going crazy, and then they beam these lasers of light at her, and then they teleport her to this other dimension where they shoot. And then after that, that's when Twilight Sparkle, she ends up meeting Princess Celestia again in like this new dimension area, and they really made her look. And no offense to any religion out there, because everyone already knows, like in the My Little Pony series, they usually refer to Princess Celestia as God or Jesus Christ or something like that, a very high, powerful being and everything. And in this episode, it definitely showed that when like Princess Celestia was taking Twilight Sparkle through all the goals, the achievements, the hustle, the struggles that she went through, and all the good times and the bad times. They showed basically a Blu-ray DVD copy of her life. That's what they showed. Movie of her life. And like they showed from season 1 and 2 and all the way up to 3, of course. You know, when she defeated Discord, Queen Trishulus, King Somber, which Spike is the real one that actually defeated her, but like him. But it would have been Twilight, but she got hypnotized under the sun and she got caught in those little crystals, so it was up to Spike. If you want to see more on that, definitely check out my other episode review I did like 4 months ago, back in November. That's actually my criticism guy channel. It might be over here, but we'll see. Yeah, other than that, what happens is that, sorry I'm all fidgety, I'm sweating a little bit on my back, so I'm kind of sweaty, so I don't know if that was too much info, but yeah, you know, just get with the program. So other than that, what happens is that, yeah, Princess Celestia is just basically telling her it's time for her to like fulfill her destiny, because it's time for her to become an alicorn, which I know a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter were literally tweeting the hell out of this freaking thing when they're talking about how Twilight's going to be an alicorn, and like it's not just going to be a fan thing no more, it's actually going to become to life, it's actually going to come to realization. And I know a lot of bronies, I love Twilight as their number 1 pony, like I love with Derpy and Pinky. You know, they were excited as hell about this. They were probably, this was like an even bigger event than the fucking Super Bowl was. That's how big this event was for every brony and Pegasus that was watching this episode. Not just for me, for every other pony out there, any pony fan out there, they love the shit out of this, for sure. I guarantee you that. Yeah, but last but not least, what happens is that Twilight Sparkle, she comes back into the other dimension, but this time she's not just a unicorn anymore. She fulfilled her final destiny. She did something that Star Swirl of Bearded could not do at all in his lifetime, which Princess Celestia pointed that out. Yeah, but like, speaking of Princess Celestia, she was kind of like the Jesus Christ of this universe, but for Equestria instead of Earth, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, other than that, what happens is that she comes back as an alicorn now, and I'm like, huh, wow, this was real the whole time. I was like, oh my, congratulations to Twilight, aka Tara Strong, on making the achievement. She fulfilled the destiny. She got it. You know, she got what she got. Yeah, she got what she deserved, which is great, and it was all in a positive manner. You know. Yeah. Thought I heard the TV back there. Sorry about that. So many distractions, forgive me on that. I don't have no ADHD or anything like that. It's just, I get distracted with every little noise from far the fuck away. So you already know how that is if you've been a subscriber for mine for like 2 years already. Thank you very much. Peace with that. Yeah, other than that, the last thing that officially happened is that they're all like, oh, Twilight, you became an alicorn, and then Rainbow Dash is like, oh, right, a new flying buddy. And then Fluttershy points out to her, it's like, oh, you look just like a princess. And everyone's like, and then Verity was all like, I didn't even know being an alicorn was possible. And then Applejack's like, huh, well, I had it, that's great. And then, what's it called? And then, like, after Fluttershy says you look just like a princess, and then Celestia's like, that's because she is a princess. And then, like, Twilight's like, oh no, I'm a princess, I don't know if I could take that responsibility, you know, because she's still really scared and nervous because she's so used to being a unicorn. And then after that, she was like real nervous about all that situation. And then they finally do the seminar, and then everyone bows to her. Even the Princess Celestia bows down to her. And I'm like, huh, this has to be a big deal if Celestia is freaking bowing down to Twilight. She's basically the Holy Ghost of this universe now. After that, or the Holy Spirit of this universe. And then after that, they show like the whole wedding thing, like they did with Candlelight Wedding, except the only difference is that the ceremonial birthday for Twilight Sparkle, and then they show her parents there. I forgot his name was Nightlight, and then the girl's name, I forgot her name was Mrs. Sparkle. correct me if I'm wrong on that, because I cannot remember it for the life of me on that. Except for Twilight's dad, I know his name was Nightlight, aka Mr. Sparkle. Which I got him on Facebook. He's a funny ass dude. Definitely check his shit out. He's awesome. Other than that, last but not least, what happens is, I know I keep saying last but not least, but we're already getting to the end of the episode. What happens is that they show Shining Armor and Cadence there, and then he's all crying for his sister. He's like, I'm so proud of you, Twilight. You're awesome. And then like Twilight points out to him, like, are you crying? And then Shining Armor's all like, oh no, I just liquid pride, you know, it's a brony thing. And what happens is that, way to go, kid. And then they both hug each other and shit. And then they show Luna, Celestia, and Cadence all together. Which, if I had to say the times of the day that I represent, I really know Princess Celestia and Luna are day and night. I think Cadence will probably be afternoon, in my opinion. She looks like she's an afternoon pony. If she was more orange, she'd probably look like an afternoon pony for sure. Just spit. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, but other than that, then Twilight makes her little final speech, like, I couldn't have done it without any other pony and all my best friends in all of Ponyville and Equestria. Like, thank you, every pony. I'll be the best princess ever. And everyone else is all celebrating. They're happy. And after that, then they show Twilight Sparkle. They show her fly off. It's like, we'll see you in the next time. Basically, they're indicating that there's going to be a season 4, which I already heard about 4 weeks ago that there was going to be a season 4, which I was like, hey, pretty kick-ass. Hopefully they show Queen Trishulus, because that was the one pony, not pony, the Queen of the Changeless I've been wanting to see since season 2 came out last year. So hopefully we do get that shit, because very awesome changeling. I hope they bring her back like they did Discord in this season. So I'm definitely looking forward to that if they do. Or King Somber again, I don't know. But other than that, my whole opinion and view on this is that one of the best season finale shows out of all history of my lifetime, besides, you know, Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z shit. Very amazing show, you know. I love how they ended the season finale. It was pretty weird that there was no evil villains this time, because I guess Discord would have been counted as the last evil villain, because that Keep Calm and Flood Around, they already played it before this episode. So basically, you know, they sort of had the evil villain, but he's a good guy now, because he doesn't use this chaos for evil. He uses it for good now. So basically, he's one of the good ones, not the bad evil villains now. But yeah, other than that, that's all I have to say. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, rate, comment, subscribe. So peace out, bros, women, bronies, and Pegasisters. Yeah, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at in the world. Don't drink and drive. It's a Tuesday, so be safe. Stay clear of traffic, and don't drink and drive too much, like I just said. Don't smoke too much weed. If you like that type of thing, don't do drugs, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Sorry, my pants keep falling down. I got to get brand new pants next week, maybe. Take care, goodbye, and I'll see you later. Peace out. And have a good day. Talk to you soon.